one thing has stayed consistent. Celebrating 30 years on the air on WROI is the first federal program. Hosts may have changed, but the program is still the same. Now continuing a long-standing tradition, streaming on the First Federal Facebook page and on WROI. It's time for the First Federal program.
It is indeed a time for the First Federal program on this beautiful Friday morning. We are joined by Todd Van Sickle. Good morning.
Morning, Paul. How are you today?
Good, good.
We're Tanner Lee with us today, and we're welcoming special guests from Habitat for Humanity, Ginger Slisher and Harley McVay. They'll be with us in a few moments talking about some exciting activities coming up for Habitat for Humanity. They're doing great things in our community. Friday, April 19th.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that we're halfway through April already.
That is crazy. Looks like it's going to be a nice day. I see the sun kind of rising out there.
Yeah, I was just looking a little bit ago, and they were originally calling for some rain this morning, and I think it's done. I think we're going to see some sun today.
With the rain, have you mowed your yard yet?
No.
I did last night. It was pretty long.
Yeah.
It almost deserved going over twice, but I was too lazy to go.
Yeah, I was gonna do it, and then I had an appointment at 5 o'clock yesterday, and by the time I got home, it was starting to get a little cloudy, and I was
It was sprinkling a little bit when I was doing that.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna risk it.
Well, speaking of spring, Monday is Earth Day.
Okay.
April 22nd annually. Originally started kind of save the earth, stop pollution.
Yeah.
A trivia question is going to be designed around Earth Day today.
Ooh, okay.
The idea of stopping pollution is kind of where recycling really got big for the first time. I looked at some tips on how to celebrate Earth Day. One of them was recycle something, plant a garden. Probably a little bit early to do that in Indiana today, but
Probably.
so that leads us into our trivia question. Earth Day is celebrated on April 22nd. When was the first year? A, 1960, B, 1970, C, 1980, or D, 1990?
Ooh, okay. I have to think about
Ginger
this.
and Harley, you can play the game too, so be thinking about your answer. Tanner, do you know
to
the
see if
answer?
one of them
I
might
do
be
not.
right.
I'm going to think about that myself.
Okay, challenging question.
Yeah, it's a good one.
So welcome, Tanner.
Morning.
Talk about sports today.
Yeah, we'll talk some sports today. You're talking about springs here. We're middle through April. Well, the Masters is always a signal to me that spring is here, warmer weather's upon us. Kind of official start of golf season for a lot of people, I think, around the country.
Have you played yet?
Played yesterday,
Okay.
First time. Took me quite a few holes to knock some rust off, but,
Okay.
but it was a nice day to be outside and doing some fun activities, I guess, outdoors. Call it fun at times.
So how many holes did it take you to knock the rust off? 17?
Not quite 17. More than I'd like to admit.
Okay.
But yeah, my dad golfed with me. It made me feel better. It took him a few holes and knocked the rust off too. That made me feel a little better about myself. But we won't talk about who beat who though.
Yeah, I can kind of gather just off of that statement.
But anyways, the Masters was held last week. It's the most famous golf tournament in the world, most popular one. It's one that a lot of non-golf fans seem to tune into every year. And Scotty Scheffler won for the second time in the last 3 years.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. He's ranked #1 golfer in the world for a good reason. He's won 3 of his last 4 tournaments. And the one tournament he didn't win, he tied for second.
Kind of just ran away with it.
Yeah, he did. He kind of just pulled apart from the field in the back 9. And like I always say with Scotty, I think he's the best ball striker in the world. So it comes down to if he's making putts or not.
Yeah, the two guys behind him, their balls took a little swim.
Yeah, that hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
Those penalty strokes add up. So Scotty seems like a really good guy. I was surprised to see him in the field this week because his wife is due any day with her first child. And it was to the point last week, even Saturday night when he was leading going into Sunday, he said, if she goes into labor, I'm going to withdraw, which I thought was pretty cool.
Well, it's the right thing to do.
It is the right thing to do, but I don't know if every pro golfer would do the same thing, though.
Get paid $10 million, have your first child.
Yeah.
Some would have taken that money.
Some would, but like I said, he's a good guy, and he's definitely ranked #1 in the world for a reason. He's a really good player. NBA, we don't talk NBA a lot on these sports reports, but the playoffs began this week. Well, technically, it kind of began earlier this week with the play-in
No.
portion of the playoffs. That continues tonight. The Chicago Bulls are in action. But most of the field is set to start tomorrow and Sunday, including the Indiana Pacers. They play the Milwaukee Bucks on Sunday at 7 o'clock on TNT. And the Milwaukee Bucks could be, at least to start the series, without their best player.
And the Pacers have kind of owned the Bucks this year.
They have. So, so depending on how long the Greek freaks out, I mean, some people say I'm going to call him that because I can't pronounce Giannis' last name very well. Some people say he'll be back towards the end of the series, but we'll see. But if the Pacers can grab the first few, I like their chances to move on to the second round at least, which would be a nice stepping stone for them. They're a young team, moving in the right direction, 6th seed in the playoffs. So, yeah. NBA playoffs is a long time. We'll be talking about this till June.
July. Yeah.
It's a long
And
season.
hockey starts pretty soon.
Yes, it does
yeah.
too. Yeah, both are long seasons.
Yeah.
But speaking of long season, MLB still rolling along.
Yeah.
Your Guardians, 13-6 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty impressive so far.
Yeah, I looked at the standings Wednesday. I didn't look yesterday, and I haven't looked today. They were number 1.
They're still number 1 in the AL Central. So.
Hey, I'll take it.
And the Yankees, I was bragging last week. They're 12-3. Now they're 13-6.
Yeah.
They kind of had a bad week, so
That's your fault.
it's my fault for bringing it up. So.
Yep.
Bragging on your Yankees.
I know. I need to just
That's
keep
what you
quiet.
got to do, like I do with Cleveland.
Just keep quiet.
Yeah.
Long
It's a
season.
162 game season.
Yeah.
You know, if they're still in this position in August,
Then it's time to talk.
Nah. We'll wait until
fourth
right
game,
before.
fourth game of the.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember my World Series history
Yep.
with the Cubs and Guardians.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they're 3-1 going into Game 5, you might as well call it a day.
Also, some other local teams of interest. The Tigers are 10-9. White Sox fans, I think they've given up already. 3-15.
Yeah.
Not a lot of hope there, probably.
No.
Cubs 11-7, second place in NL Central. Reds 9-9, and the Cardinals 9-10. That
Okay.
Central Division in NL is pretty jumbled already. Start the season.
And one other sports news item for you: the Indy Fever drafted Caitlin Clark.
Yes, they did. I'm glad you wrote that down.
Number 1 draft pick.
Number 1 draft pick, of course, from Iowa. One of the best careers ever seen in college athletics.
And I saw something the other day that, see if I can say this right, the WNBA, the 10 most expensive tickets this year are away games for the Indiana Fever. And like the Chicago Sky, I think it is, they play in a 10,000 seat arena. They're trying to move to United Center so they can sell more
Ticket demand,
tickets.
yeah. Well, I believe it. It's unlike anything the WNBA has ever seen. It's great for the league. It's great for the sport. And I saw her Nike shoe deal was a $20 million deal yesterday. So good for her.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. So good for her. Very cool. And her jersey sales, the most ever for a number 1 draft pick. She
I saw the Fever sold out.
Trevor Lawrence. Yeah.
Sold out in the first day.
Oh, I believe it. So hot jersey to get.
Yeah.
So.
Would you go watch a game?
You know, I never have, but I probably would go to watch her. Yeah.
I saw her play at Purdue this year.
Did you go to that game? Yeah. Yeah. She sold out.
Believe I went to a Purdue game?
I do believe that. I went there a lot this past year, a lot more than you probably wish to. So.
Yeah.
She sold out a lot of arenas around the country, a lot of away arenas. So yeah, it's going to be fun to see what she does for WNBA and how she does in her rookie season too. Because there's been a lot of people. We'll see what she does when she gets in with the.
There's been some pretty.
Yeah, there's been a lot
casting
of
shade
harsh critiques in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
give her a chance.
yeah. Got some tidbits here this morning, Paul. On this day, 1925, the World's Fair opened in Chicago. I'm sure you've read about that a time or two.
A couple times, yeah.
On this day, 1946, a lot of these are sports related this morning. Jackie Robinson debuted as a second baseman for the Montreal Royals.
Okay.
It was Jackie Robinson Day earlier this week on Monday.
Yeah.
I think he played in Indiana at one point in time.
Yeah.
Either the Indians or the Cookman had a Dodgers team also.
Yes, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. On this day in 1995, Joe Montana announced his retirement.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Remember that.
pretty good quarterback from Notre Dame, then the 49ers, then even the Chiefs. He was pretty good at the end of his career. On this day in 1998, the Indianapolis Colts drafted a guy named Peyton Manning.
Who?
He It's something good or two for the franchise.
Yeah. Now he sells insurance hats.
He does a lot of things now.
Oh, he does.
And on this day, in 1999, Wayne Gretzky played in his last NHL game. That was for the New York Rangers at the time. He played for 3 or 4 different teams throughout.
You know where he played his first professional team?
Indianapolis.
Indy Racers,
Yep.
of course.
Yep. So and then he was on the Oilers, Kings, and then Rangers. So he had 3 teams. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, this tidbit I can add, I talked about this a little bit. This is the anniversary of the American Revolution War start,
Yes.
April 19th. So a non-sports day.
There you go.
The
Perfect.
Battle of Lexington and Concord. Now that we've lost all our audience, just thought that was an interesting tidbit.
No.
Well, we got some national days, world days, international days today. Today's John Parker Day. It's also Education and Sharing Day. Sylvester the Cat's birthday.
Hey.
Sylvester the Cat off Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Humorous Day. Clean Out Your Medicine Cabinet Day.
Well, I need to do that.
World Jackal Day, as in the animal, not the band. Poetry and the Creative Mind Day.
Okay.
National Hanging Out Day. Bicycle Day.
Yeah.
Might be a decent day to ride a bicycle. Well, this latest
Yeah.
summer,
Yeah, I'm gonna get up into the mid-50s.
National Garlic Day. National Amaretto Day.
Hey.
And National Rice Ball Day. Food and drink day today.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to tie any of this together.
I don't
so
either.
we'll just move
I don't
on.
I was
either.
going to let Paul try.
I was thinking about it, and nope, didn't have it.
Not today.
I mean, it's curious to know who John Parker is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I meant to write a note and
Yeah, you said
I
that
didn't do
note.
that.
The only Parker I know is Peter.
Yeah. Peter, okay. Make sure I'm right here. Is that Spider-Man?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
We've got some upcoming events
Sure.
going on.
On Sunday, Jurede's Place in Arlington Public House is hosting a Dine and Donate Day to benefit the Youth Outlet Center and Joe's Hope Foundation. Biscuits and gravy, sausage, and your choice of coffee or water for a free will donation, and all the money will go to the Youth Outlet Center or Joe's Hope Foundation. I know they did that last month and raised a good sum of money, and they're looking forward to doing this again this month. Also, the Fulton County Animal Center is hosting their Spring Craft and Vendor Show Saturday from 10 to 3. There'll be over 35 vendors, and that will be at the Fulton County Historical Society Museum. And talking about the Fulton County Historical Society Museum, it's their annual Red Bud Trail Rendezvous next weekend, April 27th and 28th. It starts at 10 o'clock each day and ends at 5 on Saturday and 4 on Sunday. And there's a Civil War encampment, traditional craft demonstrations, blanket traders, foods cooked over fires, and it's located on historical ground. So if you're looking for something to do this weekend and next weekend, you've got a couple events coming up.
Paul, you're in charge of the weather.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. I'll
Did
try to
notice
make it nice.
the timing of the Red Bud Festival and the Red Buds now are just about perfect, it seems like.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Money news. Dow was up slightly, 37,775. A lot of bad news about money anymore, it seems like.
Yeah.
Inflation's still high. In fact, cocoa prices reached an all-time record.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about, like, I was in the store the other day walking by the candy aisle, and like, I can't believe candy bars are like $2 now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember when the king size went up to about $2,
Yeah.
but yeah, now regular size.
I
Well-
remember when king size were like $1, and then your regular size was like 50 cents.
Yeah.
Positive money news. Wendy's is giving customers a good reason to look for Fridays. They're giving away free fries on Fridays
Hey.
if you use their app.
Sit down, Wendy's.
Wendy's, yeah. So
Yeah,
well,
that
Tanner's,
Wendy's.
I got the app on my phone, so.
yeah, Tanner's having French fries for lunch today.
That might
along
be.
along with your iced tea, probably, right?
That might be.
Yeah. But you need to use the Wendy's app for that. So moving on to bank news here. We're open from 8:30 to 5 today. Tomorrow 8:30 to noon. You can always bank with us 24/7 through our online or through our mobile app. Our ATM's open 24/7, so plenty of opportunity to come get money or see us. We have some specials still going on, an 8-month CD special at 4.99% APY, and an 18-month CD at 4.06 APY. We talked about Earth Day. One of the things of Earth Day is saving the planet. saving trees. We have a great e-statement and e-notice program now. If you want to cut down your use of paper, sign up for that on our online banking. That's easy to do, and we'll save some trees by helping us save paper, but also you can kind of guarantee early delivery of your statements. Don't have to depend on the mail to come. A few days, a week later. It's also better for security too, because you don't have to worry about paper statements being stolen out of the mailbox and disclosing some of your personal information. So it's a way to celebrate Earth Day on Monday. Come in and sign up for e-statements, or go online and sign up for e-statements.
Yeah.
We also have a roundup program too. We haven't talked about that for a while.
Yeah.
With our debit cards. So you go use your debit card at a merchant and you can round up to the nearest dollar. You can have that money set aside for a special savings account if you like, or have it go back into your checking account. But it's a good way to save for a special project, a vacation, send your kids to school, anything like that. Something we were very proud that we have this program. We want to make sure people are aware of it and get to use it, because I know one person that I talk with, they use this as their Christmas fund, basically.
Okay.
So if you think about that, round up, your 17, 19 purchase goes up to $18.
Mm-hmm.
There's 81 cents can go into your savings
It
account.
can add up pretty quick.
Oh, it can.
We also have online account openings. If you don't have an account open yet, go online and open it, then sign up for the roundup.
There you go.
Yeah.
You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. Instagram, I mean star, or Twitter, I mean X. Thank you. Thank you. We're the only locally owned bank in Fulton County. We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. We are FDIC insured and an equal housing lender. Our NMLS number is 399927.
And that makes us legal.
And now we want to welcome our special guests to the show. We have Ginger Slisher and Harley McVay from the Fulton County Habitat for Humanity. Good morning, Ginger. Good morning, Harley.
Good morning, Tom.
Morning.
Welcome to the show. You're involved with Habitat for Humanity. Tell us a little bit about your background and how you got involved with Habitat for Humanity. Ginger, you want to start?
I can. Something unique about the Fulton County Habitat for Humanity Board is that we actually have a representative from all three of the local high schools. So I started with Habitat when I was a junior in high school, and then since I stayed here in the area for college, I asked about getting back on, and I've been on the board ever since.
I know you've been a great board member because you do lots of things. What is your role on the board? What roles have you had?
Yeah, I serve as the secretary, and then I'm also chair of the publicity committee, so updating the website and managing the Facebook and Instagram.
I know you dabbled as a treasurer for a while, too.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot with school and work, so I went back to the secretary role.
I understand that. Harley, you're involved with Habitat for Humanity. How do you get involved?
Yeah, so I got involved about a year ago, a little over a year ago. I knew Ginger growing up the last several years, and she asked me to apply, thought that I'd be a good fit. And so that's kind of my background getting involved with the board. I'm the chair for the grand opening for our new building committee, and that's what we're here to talk about.
And also, I noticed you led the ribbon cutting, or the groundbreaking ceremony for the new house, didn't you, the other?
No, I was
Okay.
not there.
I'm sorry. Well, you did have a groundbreaking ceremony for
We
the
did.
new
We did
house
have a groundbreaking
on Monroe
ceremony.
Street. That was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was great attendance there, too. It seemed a lot of people interested from the neighborhood. So you do have a house under construction now on Monroe Street. But we're here really to talk about the next special event, which is May 4th, right? Is that right?
May 2nd.
Okay. Well, I'll let the experts talk about this. So what's happening with your special event?
So we put up a new Habitat for Humanity building for us to run out of, so to store equipment, to have meetings, that kind of stuff. And we just got finished with that. What was it? Last fall, winter,
Yeah.
when we started having meetings there.
Yeah.
And so we are having a open house on Thursday, May 2nd at a ribbon cutting with the chamber at 4 p.m. And the open house is from 4 to 6 p.m. And so people can check out the house and come visit, or not the house, but the building. And
So the building purpose basically is for storage and for meetings, and I know that's been a need for Habitat over the years, you've accumulated lots of tools, and it's a safe place to keep that stored, plus also extra building materials. So how did the building come about? Was it something you planned for a while, or?
It wasn't really something that we had ever talked about, but we had a period of time there kind of during COVID. We weren't really having families apply. We hadn't done a building for a while, and we had a lot available. And then we received an ARPA grant, and we decided to apply for it to build this building. With having people go on and off the board, the treasurer's stuff gets stored at the treasurer's house, and then Carmen's garage was full of different donations and things, and so we decided that it would be really useful to just have one place where we could keep everything, keep it locked up, we could hold our own meetings there. And I think the goal is eventually to be able to hold maybe some office hours so that people can go there to apply for a home and get information. But that's definitely something that we're working towards. The land was donated by First Federal. RTC is donating the internet there, which is super great. And then the ARPA fund wasn't quite enough, so the Northern Indiana Community Foundation and the REMC Roundup grants kind of helped us finish it off. And then Melton Landscape Management is another one who helped us establish the lawn. So
That's great. Thank you for recognizing those community sponsors, basically, because it does take a village to make this work.
it does.
And Habitat is dependent on donors, volunteers, and sponsors like this to help build the building, and it's going to go to good purpose. And that building is located, where is that at?
The building's on 917th Franklin Avenue.
Okay. And the open house is May 2nd from 4 to 6, approximately. So if anybody wants to learn more about Habitat for Humanity or see their new building, it's a beautiful building. I can see it from the bank parking lot. Just come check that out. And you have a chance to meet board members and probably some current homeowners. And it's a great place to learn more about Habitat for Humanity.
Yeah, we plan to have a PowerPoint set up to show the process of building the building plus some of our past homes that have been built. So
That's
we
great.
see some really cool progress over the years.
So you're both committed and involved. What's your passion for Habitat? Why are you involved in Habitat? I threw a curve at you with a question.
Yeah. I just think it's a really great organization. I didn't really realize kind of what it was before I got on the board, but I think the Habitat board is really unique because of the people that are on it and how active they are. There's a lot of boards in the community where you kind of just show up to meetings and that's all you see. But with the Habitat board, like, we're volunteering, building the houses and volunteering at the Optimist Club pumpkin stand and doing different fundraisers, and it's really cool to see all the different personalities and skills that our board members have and how we come together to really create a difference in the community.
Do you know that, observing from the outside, this is a hard-working board. I mean, everything happens through the board, basically. Even the building of the house, the selection committees, things like that. You have a golf outing coming up soon, which we'll talk about. But it's great activities for the board. Harley, what's your passion with Habitat?
Coming from outside the county, I live in Miami County, and I think I'm the only one on the board who lives in Miami County. And didn't really know too much about it until Ginger reached out to me, and I've really enjoyed my time on it, and it's really cool seeing all the involvement, especially being a fully there's no one on the board that's on payroll. It's all volunteer.
It's all volunteer.
Yeah, it's all volunteer board. So that's really cool to see how active the board is, and with only having volunteer members in the community.
That's pretty amazing, that an all-volunteer board. And we were talking before the show started about you have a new house going on Monroe Street. Now, what house number is that? Again, just to remind me.
House number 18.
18. So this is done all through a volunteer board and very dedicated people. Congratulations to Habitat for Humanity, the board, and their members that make this happen in the community, because 18 houses in a community over a number of years, that's a pretty phenomenal accomplishment. We do have a home building project going on Monroe Street right now, too.
Yep.
What's the status of that? Can people volunteer? Are you looking for donations to help with that? Or?
Yep, so the house is set. We got the house from Rochester Homes, and I'm not sure Currently, I think we're waiting on electric to kind of be up and running so that we can have some lights in there to be able to do some finished work. But definitely follow us on our Facebook page. We plan on posting like work days there. We're going to have to do painting and flooring and all that kind of finished work. And then we also accept donations all the time, of course. You can mail checks to our P.O. Box 843, or we also have just introduced our online giving platform, which we're really excited about. So you can find the QR code for that on our Facebook page, or you can also find the information on our website, www.fultoncountyhabitatforhumanity.org. And there's a link on there. It's super simple. You just click the link and put in credit card information, and it goes right into our bank account. So
I'd encourage people to look at your website, because if you want to learn more about Habitat for Humanity, it talks about a little bit of the history, the board, volunteer opportunities there, and so encourage people to take a look at that to learn more about Habitat for Humanity, or reach out to any of the board members also.
yeah.
Because I know you're always looking for good working board members, and so you're accomplishing that house on Monroe Street. Is that something that will get done this year, you think? Or?
Yeah. Yeah, it's, I'm guessing by midsummer. Is that a good time
Yeah,
frame?
I would say it's moved along very, very quickly.
Yeah.
And being an all-volunteer board, I mean, these houses don't just get built by themselves. It's dedicated board members that lead that, I know, then also rely on the community to help do things like flooring and painting and things like that. And I know some of your houses, there's a little bit more construction needed. This one had the drywall already
Yes.
installed, so,
That was a huge help.
but still painting and other things needs to get done.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in learning more about Habitat for Humanity, reach out to a board member. Come to the open house. You can learn, and you can learn more about volunteer opportunities. So you mentioned the online giving platform. That's a big thing for you.
It
isn't
is. We're very excited.
Because you're a self-funded organization basically through donations, and anything you can do to give an opportunity for somebody to donate is always welcome. And that's another avenue they can approach you instead of having to mail a check or something like that. But also, you'll take money anyway, though,
We
right?
will. Yep.
So-
Any way it comes.
So there'll be a giving opportunity at the open house, I think. You'll have
Yep.
your QR code out there, so that's great.
And there's also, if you want to donate and specify to a certain family or a certain part of the build, you can talk with whoever you've talked with to donate, and you can specify where that money will go.
That's an important thing to remember. This is just not a free house for the community. The homeowners have to put in a great number of hours of volunteer work, and then they make payments, basically, to pay for the house over, the 30 years of like a typical mortgage term, right?
Yep. And that's something that's really unique about the house that we're building right now. We actually have already selected our 19th family, so they'll be able to get some sweat equity hours helping paint and finish up this house. So that way, once this house is done, they should have enough hours that we'll be able to start the process for their home.
And unfortunately, I think that's a misconception about Habitat. Historically, is that you're giving a house away. Well, you don't give a house away. You it takes money to build that, and what happens basically is people have to volunteer if they're selected as a family to put in sweat equity hours to earn the right for that house, and then also they make payments on that house. So that's good to know. So you mentioned the next family. Do you have a target date on when the next house will be started?
No, we don't.
Okay.
Once this one's tidied up and finished, then that'll get rolling.
Well, that's kind of good, because through the pandemic, there was kind of a dry period there where, like most things in the community, and that's when you built the concept for the Habitat for Humanity warehouse office. What do you call it?
Yeah, office and storage building.
Office storage. Okay.
Yeah, so being just on the board for 14 months, this is the first house I've gotten to help be involved with. So last fall and summer, we had the new building going up, so I got to be involved with that. But this is the first time I got to be involved with the family that is getting actually a house. So that's been a cool experience for me.
And what's unique about the local Habitat for Humanity is Rochester Homes is a great partner for you,
Yes.
because they provide the shell of the house at a great cost to you, and also produces a house that's. I've been in the last 3 or 4 house constructions that Habitat's built. They're beautiful homes.
They are.
And keep up the great work. So if somebody's more interested about Habitat, volunteering, check out the website.
Yep, the website and Facebook, message us, reach out. We'll find a way for you to get involved.
Okay. You have another event coming up this summer. Not too early to publicize that. Golf outing, Tanner, in case you didn't know. You should play that actually. When's that happen?
It's going to be Saturday, July 27th. Registration will start at 8 a.m. and we'll tee off at 9. And we are accepting team registrations and pool sponsors. And you can find that form on our website. I believe there's a golf outing tab, and you can download the flyer there and mail it in to us.
That's great. And also you do a great job with social media too. So if anybody likes Habitat for Humanity, Fulton County Habitat for Humanity, you'll see all the programs that are going on, and you do a great job of supporting the community and even referencing other organizations, things they're doing.
Yep.
So that's the Habitat for Humanity story. Anything else you want to talk about before we wrap this up? Anything we left out?
Sums it up.
Covered about everything, yeah.
Well, we've been talking with Ginger Slisher and Harley McVay. Thank you for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome to play the trivia game here, Earth Day. Earth Day started Monday, April 22nd. Paul's turning his back trying to look for a clue, okay?
No, I have an idea.
So the answers are A, 1960, B, 1970, C, 1980, D, 1990. 60, 70, 80, 90. What do you think, Paul?
I'm gonna go with the era of love and go 70.
Okay. Tanner,
That was gonna be my guess, 70.
Harley, and Ginger?
I'm going to go with 80.
I was going to go with 80 as well.
Okay.
Ooh, 50-50 split.
50. Answer's 1970. Yes. Give the benefit to Paul, the older person, right?
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'll take it.
I was in middle school at the time. I remember it was a big thing. Our science teacher talked about it. So, let's save the earth. Let's stop pollution.
Yeah.
So, go out and celebrate that Monday. Sign up for East Amos to help save some paper. And that's our show for today. We'll close with some words of wisdom. Thank you again for Ginger and Harley for being here. When you're surrounded by people who share a passionate commitment around a common purpose, anything is possible. That describes what Habitat for Humanity is.
Mm-hmm.
That's from Howard Schultz, an American businessman.
I like those words of wisdom. Thank you so much, Todd. Thank you guys for being in here, and we'll see you guys again next week.
Thank you, Paul.